As of 2023, there have been 770 Formula One racing drivers. Touring the world racing for glory in front of millions, week in, week out, it's every driver's dream to win a race. A small minority achieve that feat, while fewer drivers will reach the exclusive World Champion Club. But a tiny minority become legends. Whether it's their character off-track, talent in the car, or epic rivalries, a select number of drivers cement their place in the history books. Hello guys, welcome back at Formula One Insights, and today we are talking about 10 best Formula One drivers in history. Number 10. Niki Lauda. 25 wins. Niki Lauda entered Formula One as a paid driver, though nobody can deny that. While his money helped him enter F1, it's his talent that kept him there. With 3 seasons in F1 under his belt, Lauda joined Ferrari for the 1974 season and secured 2 wins and 4th place in the championship for 1974, having often set the pace but suffered misfortune. In 1975, Lauda took 5 wins and the first of his 3 world titles, but it's his 1976 season and the infamous Nürburgring crash that's his most famous. While he proved his talent on track, he later became known for his business sense of it. He worked in managerial positions for Ferrari and Jaguar, though he's most well known for his part in Mercedes. He was instrumental in bringing Lewis Hamilton to Mercedes for the 2013 season and worked with the team until he passed away in 2019. Number 9. Jackie Stewart. 27 wins. It might seem an intrinsic part of F1 today, but Jackie Stewart was one of the first drivers to prove that racers can, and should, strive for better safety standards. As a triple champion and dominant force in the sport, Stewart had the credibility needed to change the culture around safety in motorsport. After seeing too many of his friends and colleagues killed doing what they loved, Stewart was a key pioneer in the introduction of full-face helmets, seat belts, traveling medical units, safety barriers, runoff areas, and more. Outside his quest for safety, Stewart was a prodigious talent on track and was the man to beat throughout his time on the grid, claiming 3 world titles with Ken Tyrrell's eponymous team as the two formed an irrepressible double act in the late 1960s and early 1970s. Number 8. Nigel Mansell. 31 wins. Nigel Mansell was another one of Formula One's unlucky drivers. His career was dogged by reliability issues, and his entire 1988 season consisted of 2 second-place finishes, 2 races missed due to chickenpox, and 12 retirements. Mansell took 5 consecutive wins to start the 1992 season, going on to claim 4 more and taking an additional 3 second-place finishes. This was enough for Il Leone to take the title at the age of 39 years old, becoming the 5th oldest person to do so. Number 7. Fernando Alonso. 32 wins. Fernando Alonso is a 2-time world champion with a reputation as a fearless, aggressive racer, though his career can be defined as much by what didn't come as the 2 titles he won. The Spaniard spent 3 years in Formula One before scoring the first of his 2 consecutive crowns, taking the title with a comfortable 21-point lead over Kimi Räikkönen. His second title a year later was a 13-point lead over the great Michael Schumacher, though this is where Alonso's good fortune seemed to run out. Despite the terrible luck that Alonso has exhibited in Formula One, he's still taken 32 wins, 22 pole positions, and 23 fastest laps, and is a firm fan favorite. Number 6. Max Verstappen. 36 wins. Max Verstappen, son of former Formula One driver Jos, spent just 1 year in car racing before making his F1 debut. While he got to grips with the single-seaters in the Florida Winter Series, his junior career is best remembered for his 2014 European Formula 3 campaign, when he finished 3rd in the championship behind Tom Blomqvist and title winner Esteban Ocon. The 2022 championship has been a much easier time for the Dutchman by comparison. Though he failed to finish 2 of the opening 3 rounds due to reliability trouble, Verstappen has taken 12 wins thus far, with his win in Suzuka proving enough to take the title. With a second crown to his name, it remains to be seen how many more he can add to his tally. Before we go further, if you are enjoying the video so far, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more exciting videos. Number 5. Ayrton Senna. 41 wins. One of motorsport's most legendary figures, Ayrton Senna remains the benchmark for raw talent and charisma. His depth of commitment to a lap and his constant desire to push the boundaries for more has meant that Senna has a special place in the hearts of many motorsport fans. His 3 titles give a sense of what could have been had he not died at the San Marino Grand Prix in 1994. A combination of natural speed and restless ambition gave Senna an edge rarely seen. Such is his legacy that even nearly 30 years after his death, Senna's cars and how he won his greatest F1 title are still talked about. Number 4. Alain Prost, 51 wins. It was Alain Prost's meticulous style that allowed him to go up against Ayrton Senna, the bitter feud that he is best remembered for. His secret weapon was brainpower, as well as speed, and he possessed a natural precision in his driving that allowed Prost to become France's first world champion in 1985. In 1987, he beat Jackie Stewart's record of 27 wins, and a year later, McLaren won 15 out of 16 races across the season, which is testament to both Prost and Senna's skill. Prost remained at the top of his game until his retirement, taking his 4th and final title for Williams at 38 years old. Number 3. Sebastian Vettel, 53 wins. While his form in Formula One slowed towards the end of his career, there was a time when Sebastian Vettel was virtually unbeatable. Unfortunately for Vettel, the regulation changes in 2014 didn't suit Red Bull or him, and the team quickly fell back through the pack. He went from 9 consecutive wins in the final 9 races of the 2013 season to not winning a single race until 2015, and since that 2013 season, he's only taken 14 wins. Despite that, he was still widely regarded as one of the best drivers on the grid until his retirement at the end of the 2022 season, and his list of records is likely to stand for many more seasons. Number 2. Michael Schumacher, 91 wins. When considering the best F1 driver, Michael Schumacher immediately springs to mind. He was, until the rise of Hamilton, the face of domination in Formula One. 7 titles, 5 of them consecutive. A seemingly insurmountable number of wins, unrelenting competitiveness. Schumacher changed the game in F1 with his combination of dedication, passion, and, of course, raw talent. His second stint in F1 wasn't as successful as his first, yielding a single podium to add to his collection. However, his 91 wins, 155 podiums, and 68 pole positions still put him high up in any statistical analysis. Number 1. Lewis Hamilton, 103 wins. In terms of career wins and total career points, Lewis Hamilton is the best Formula One driver to have ever graced a circuit. The Brit has taken wins in 30 different countries, won a race in almost every season he's competed in, and is currently tied on world championships with Michael Schumacher, having narrowly missed out on taking an 8th world title in 2021 to Max Verstappen. Hamilton holds many of Formula One's records, and with a contract that runs to the end of 2023, he looks to be able to push even further ahead on many of them. While he missed becoming champion in his first season by a single point, he became the then youngest world champion the following year. 14 years later, he's secured 6 more titles and is hunting for an 8th. That's all for today. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please leave us with your valuable feedback if you found this video interesting. Stay tuned to our channel till the next video, and until then, see you soon.